So today I'm going to be doing the MultiVersus tier list. The mid-season tier list, I guess you could say. I don't think any more characters will be coming out. I think only in Season 2. They've had their mid-season patch and they said that's going to be the biggest. After that, it's going to be smaller patches until the next one. So I thought this was the best time to do it. But I will say, I am a Jason main and only Jason. The one-man army, the one-trick pony, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to try and base this tier list not just by his matchup against them, but how I think they would also do against other characters and overall. So maybe some of the characters you might have a different opinion, but in the end of the day, there will be people with other opinions because this isn't fact. This is an opinion. Well, actually, when it comes to me, it's facts. But for the people online who's watching this video, it's an opinion. I also want to point out, I'm not going to do the order in the tier list unless I think they're borderline mid and high tier or low tier, mid tier, so on. That's when I'll order them. But besides from that, I'm not going to be who's the number one, who's number two, and number three, because then this video will be a bit too long. I want to try and keep this short and sweet, so I don't take too much of your time. In saying that, before I begin the tier list, if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button to be up to date with all my content, like Jason montages or future tier lists, or to be updated when I live stream. Now, with that being said, let's get on with the tier list. First is Aya. I will put her in the high tier. Some people say she's OP. I don't see that. Maybe against Jason, yeah, because if you get hit once, he can really combo you. I feel like she can kill you from 60, 70%, because her true combo is disgusting. But she's one of them characters where if she hits you, she can do mad damage, crazy damage. But her options to getting you isn't that simple. It's not like Joker or Morty where it's easy for them to kind of get you. She has to kind of take her time, but once she gets you, oh damn, mad damage. So I'm putting her high tier. Banana God, luckily, he used to be top tier, then high tier. Me personally, I'm actually going to put him mid tier now. Some people may put him high tier still. I think the reason why he was quite broken at the beginning, well, one, because he was actually really strong. But also the fact that he was very simple to use, like beginner friendly. So you combine beginner friendly and overpowered, you get top tier. But now they've nerfed him a few times, trying to balance him out. And because now we've kind of got the idea of what Banana God does, he's very basic, so it's easier to react to him now. Before, he was new, we had to get used to him. But now that we have, I feel like he's quite predictable. Batman, I'm going with high tier. I think he's a solid character. I'm always having trouble against him. He can kind of play two different playstyles. He can be the offensive, in your face, try combo, kill you, whatever. Or you can play the defensive style, just try and keep baiting you with the Batarang, or put in the time bomb, then try and attack. If he misses or fails, then he goes back and kind of play it more safe. He gets to choose. And when he does have his Batarang, it's so annoying because you don't know when to approach, and when you do approach, he throws it and you get hit, and then boom, you get comboed on. You have to be patient. If you rush into Batman, he can punish you big time. And yeah, that time bomb and his grappling hook, he can bait you with the grappling hook, force you to dodge, or if you don't dodge, then he gets into you. So he can be tough. I think he's such a solid character. I thought with the game pace going so much slower, I thought he would be dead. But nah, he's still a very good character in my opinion. Black Adam, I'm putting him high tier as well. After his nerfs, he definitely went from top tier to high tier. Still solid. I mean, his flying around just makes it so difficult to kill him in the air. I don't know, only a few characters here can actually kill him when he's in the air. Because he's just hard to get and he's fast. He's got good combo potential, he's got good damage, he got good survivability. He's a solid character overall. I definitely would put him above these two. I can't be bothered deciding who's better of them two, so I'm just going to leave that. Bugs Bunny, our first top tier. Bugs even getting nerfed, which is good. The spin to win had to go. Stupid. You didn't even need to rely on it, but a lot of the players who picked him did. It was cringe. He's very good with combos. He's got projectiles. He can be creative with the holes and the rockets and the safe. Oh man, if you're a very good Bugs Bunny player, or if you're going against one, it's so hard to fight them. Even if they have no more stamina, they're still quite fast. And again, they could just go into the hole. Tough to deal with. He's got good kill confirms. He can kill horizontal or vertical. Even with the nerfs, I still think he's definitely top tier. Next, we have Finn. I will put him in high tier as well. I think he's one of the best characters to pick up if you're new to the game. He's beginner friendly, quite easy to use, and he's so strong. I mean, he's got one of the best neutral games because of the sword, and he has solid kill combos. So once he gets you into the air and then goes into the bag and spin and so on, he can kill you early. Like, he's killed my Jason at like 50 because he gets me right in the corner and then spins the bag and I know I'm dead. But yeah, his neutral game is very strong. It's hard to get in. You have to really time your moments. If you mess up, yep, you get comboed on. And he's got that auto attack. For some reason, he just auto aims at you and then can just dash kill. Dash damage. Next is Garnet, our first low tier. Maybe I'm underestimating her. I just haven't seen enough. And don't get me wrong, I have lost to her because I don't really know the matchup that much. But I feel like if I played a Garnet for 10, 20 games, and once I start adapting and learning what moves to punish and so on, she's not a character I'm going to fear. Once they nerfed her and got rid of the stupid dodge, jab, dodge, jab, dodge, jab, she definitely went lower. Nothing about her just is scary. Yes, she is heavy and she does have some good kill confirms, but it's nothing amazing. I mean, I can't imagine a player going online and be like, oh no, it's a Garnet. Gizmo. See, now Gizmo I haven't faced since the nerf, or maybe once, which I can't remember. Obviously was a top tier before the nerf, so I'm gonna presume a high tier, even though they've nerfed him pretty good, but he's solid. You know, the car can be annoying, the arrows and the popcorn can be annoying, the umbrella is a good kill confirm, big hitbox, and he's a small guy, so sometimes is annoying to hit. But I could be wrong, maybe he's become mid tier, but again, I'm gonna presume he's still high tier. I don't think they'll nerf him to the point that he's dropped down twice. So I feel high tier is a good spot for him. Harley Quinn. I've seen some people put her at top tier, but I honestly think she's just high tier. In my opinion, she just feels like a weaker Joker. Even though I know they're different, but it's because they're both clowns and you know, they're the partners. Spoiler alert, let's just put him there. Joker's top tier. I don't see Harley on Joker's level. I feel like she's the tier below him. Because, for example, when they both do their sliding dash attack, or I don't know if that's their dash or special, but when they slide, if she misses, her whiff is long. But when he misses, bro, it doesn't feel like he's got any whiff. He's got a longer jab range. His combo potential just feels like it goes much longer. I'm pretty sure his kill power is higher. It just feels his weapons are better than Harley's. And that's not saying Harley's has got bad ones. That's why she's still high tier. But I can't put them on the same level. If I've put Joker top tier, they're just... I believe it's clear Joker's the better character. Iron trash. Top tier crap. Oh man, this guy, I might actually just put him at number 1. I absolutely hate this guy. Jason's jab into teleport or whatever other move is true to everyone but him. That makes no sense. How can Jason's true combo be true against the smallest characters but not against the biggest, heaviest? Like, how? That doesn't make any sense. And on top of that, he has that thing, that combo breaker. He broke out my command grab. I mean, this guy's busted. He's faster. He's faster than Jason. He's heavier than Jason. He's got better combo potential than Jason. He's got his OP robot mode, which is better than Jason's rage mode. I'm not saying he's top tier because he just makes Jason look trash. He's also just good against everyone else because of those reasons. He can cancel out so many moves. He does so much damage. He can kill most of these guys so early. He is so strong. In my opinion, they should just remove that combo breaker move. Because if he already can get out of combos, why does he need it? I thought the whole point was because he's massive, he's easily comboed. Yeah, get that combo breaker to use at the right time. But if Jason's true combo isn't true, I mean, which other characters aren't true against him? So I think that move just should be gone. Jake. Even though I actually think he's pretty balanced. I know a lot of people are saying he's not good anymore, but I think that's because they're basing him off the beta, and the beta Jake was so powerful because he was so easy to use, barely any whiff, but he was so strong. Like, he did so much damage in the skateboard and all of that was so strong. So I feel like people are now saying he's trash because he's nowhere near the level of what he was in the beta, but in the beta he was too strong. I think he's honestly a balanced character where he can't just spam out moves. He has to pick his moments. He can do solid combos, and if he misses or messes up a whiff, he can get killed. I think he's balanced, but I will say he's either on the low tier or he's mid tier. I'm gonna go with low tier. I feel like they could help him a bit more. I don't know what they could do though. Most of his moves, or well, a lot of his moves have a lot of whiff lag. Maybe just a tiny bit less whiff. Or maybe make him a bit heavier, since he just felt more floaty in the beta. But now that he's obviously slower pace and so on, he could put on a bit of weight to survive a bit longer, and then that would give him a solid mid tier. Jason, another character, well, my main, who I think is balanced. And before people go, oh, he kills at so low, but that's because he's super slow. And when I say super slow, he's clearly the slowest in the game, and he's massive that his hurt boxes just get comboed by everyone. I think he's pretty balanced as a character and a design, but I do think he needs a bit more, because it still feels like these characters in the high tier and top tiers just outshine him. He's missing things. Maybe like an armored attack, or maybe like a few moves you should be able to cancel out with, like his down air special. I don't like that if you miss it, you have to go through the whole animation, you get punished big time. And there's just some moves in his arsenal that I just feel like aren't that good. He's either low mid or high low as well, like Jake. I do think he's above Jake though, so I'm gonna put him as mid. LeBron James. I think he's underrated. I think people are sleeping on him. I think he's actually high tier. Some people might put him mid tier, but I legit think he's high tier. He's got solid combos. He's got high damage. When he puts one basketball on the stage and he holds another one, it's hard to get in, because if you dodge in or jump in, he can then punish you. But then if you just wait, he can just keep throwing the basketball to you. So it's like you kind of have to think fast before you let him keep setting up. Not only does he have high power, he's heavy. He's pretty heavy. And he's got an armored attack, which Jason doesn't. Marvin. This one's a bit hard because I've only faced like 2-3 online. From the moves he's got, I would have to put him as high tier. He has so many projectiles. It can sometimes be so hard just to get in. Like I don't know how to approach at times. Again, but this is speaking from a Jason. Jason already struggles to get in. But I can imagine against other characters as well, it can sometimes be overwhelming, just non-stop gun, shoot, blah, blah. Do you know, he just feels like a weaker Morty. And when I mean it like that, they both can spam out projectiles, but the difference is Morty's does more damage, easier to do, and he's got better hand-to-hand combat. I can't remember Marvin's. I think I just remember the dash attack, or when he charges into you, which he pushes you away basically. I don't remember Marvin having any like solid combos that last for long. But Morty, he actually has some good ones. So similar to the Harley and Joker, I feel like Marvin and Morty both can just spam out their projectiles. But as I said, Morty's are more powerful, easier, faster, can fight better up close. Yeah, Morty is God. I think he could be Jason's worst matchup. He's so tough to deal with. Like, you literally have to... It's like you can't make one mistake or you get comboed for a year. It's annoying. Do you know what? I didn't even talk about Joker when I brought him there. He's got crazy combo potential, got good kill power, good range, especially even at close combat. I mean, the fact that his fish is longer than Jason's machete, he's won the most tournaments for a reason. Like, he's good. He's really good. Hardly any whiff on his moves. Some argue and say he's the best character in the game. Some say he's second. Next is Rain Dog. Gonna have to go with low tier. I haven't faced that many. From the ones I did, I didn't feel like he was a massive issue. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, it's one of them ones like Garnet where maybe he is a mid tier, but I barely see him. And he just feels like a slower projectile user than these other guys. And he's a bigger hitbox. Yeah, I just feel like he's not that good. But again, maybe I'm wrong and he's a mid tier, but I definitely know he's not no high tier. Next up, we have Rick. I'm going to put him, part of me wants to put mid tier, you know, but I'm gonna put high tier just because the potential of him is pretty sick as well. Like, I haven't faced myself a solid Rick yet, but when I think of his moveset and what he can do, I can just imagine him being insane with the right hands. Can do some solid combos, can do close-up combos, got amazing range, good with his projectiles. It's not like Morty where fucking Morty, they just spam out the same shit. Mountain, bombs, gun, mountain, bomb, gun, like non-stop. Rick, there's a lot more mix-ups with him whenever I do face one. They could play boring, the same thing, but they tend to have their own style or try to mix things up, be more creative, which I like. Next is Shaggy, another high tier. Similar to Finn, where he's a beginner-friendly character. He's got some serious power. If he gets in his Ultra Instinct mode, can kill nicely early. His Nair is an issue to me. I always find it difficult, but it's good against a lot of matchups, especially people with armor. He's just a solid character. You can't really find anything wrong with Shaggy. Honestly, if you start nitpicking, yeah, maybe, but he's just a good, balanced, strong character. Steven, another high tier. Good combos, can be tricky sometimes to face because, you know, he can pull out the shield and then he gets that laser thing where if he gets close to you, you explode and so on. Like, he can sometimes be a bit hard to deal with. You kind of have to slow down the pace of the game to beat him because he's a fast character. Well, it feels like that anyway against Jason. And in the air, if you're above him, good luck. You're gonna have to time those dodges because he can kill you early on. That's where he combos the shit out of you. Sadly, that's the only Steven Rogers we're ever gonna get in this game since Disney owned Marvel. Next is Stripe. I don't know if people put him low tier. I'm gonna put him as mid tier, you know. I don't think he's bad. He's nothing amazing, but I don't find him bad. He's very basic, you know. It's always usually get a hit in there, then use the gun, do the fair, gun. You know what I mean? Like, he's very basic, but what he does, he's very good at. Like, his fair, or Ser as you guys like to call it, is very strong. Got some good kill power, and you know, when he holds the TNT, good at finishing off for the final blow. He seems to be, again, fair. You know, like, when I go against him, if I lose against him, I don't go, oh, because Stripe is busted. No, I go, oh, well, this is my fault. I should have dodged that this time. I shouldn't have done this combo and so on. Superman, high tier. He can still do his insane off-stage combos. Fast, even without his stamina, he can still get away, or he can still get into you. He's got those nice combos, the jab, jab, down, dodge, jab, jab, and so on. Solid kill power, got armored attacks. I mean, a fast tank with power. It's Superman. I thought he wouldn't be as good in this game because in the beta, it was all about speed. This game removed wave dashing and so on, so I thought he would become like mid or low tier, but no, he's still good. Still a solid character. Taz, I don't know what happened. I feel like maybe it was just a bunch of trash players using him. But ever since they nerfed him, I rarely see anyone pick him anymore. I remember when I did face him, they all did the exact same, that salt and pepper move and then eat you and blah, blah, blah. It was so dead. It was like the worst annoying infinite combo on Jason. But since the mid patch, I haven't, maybe I might have fought him once. He just fell off. So I'm guessing he's a mid-tier character now. I just haven't faced him after the mid-season. He did have that annoying sandwich move though. That was strong. And the infinite loop combo was powerful. But as long as the mid-season patch worked and he no longer can do that, I would think he's mid. But he could be high tier. Tom and Jerry. I know people are going to put him high tier, you know. I actually would put him on the lower high tier or mid tier. I'm going to put him mid tier, honestly. Apart from that combo with the, I forgot what it's called, with the bat thingy. I forgot it, you know what I'm talking about. When I try to compare his projectiles to those other guys in the high tier or top tier, his projectiles are a lot more slower, so easier to dodge. Yeah, they do more damage, but because they're easier to dodge, it feels more like it's the player's fault if they get hit, kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, I've lost to some, but I just feel like once they shoot their Jerry, if you can kill Jerry, Tom is quite easy to deal with. Obviously, if you run into his jab, he can combo on you, and he got some good combos, but I've never found them insane to the point where like a Morty combo or like a Rick. Again, if he's still got the infinite loop, then yeah, that is an issue. That was an issue. But beside from that, when he has his Jerry and he sets up, he can be a bit of a nuisance to deal with. But you get rid of that, he becomes low tier. So it's like with Jerry, it's like he's a high tier. As soon as you remove Jerry, he's low tier. So I feel like mid tier is balanced for him. Velma, the only bottom tier here. You know what? In this whole game, since the relaunch, I've only faced one Velma and beat them. I don't even know her, like the new moveset of her. I just know they removed the long microphone. She used to be pretty decent in the beta, but I always put her as like a mid to lower tier in the 1v1s in the beta, and I heard she's much worse than this. So she's clearly bottom tier. I know they buffed her up, but I still haven't found one. No one plays her, so she's clearly must be bottom tier. Wonder Woman, And my last top tier, these are the top 5 in my opinion. She's just the best tank. She has combo, she has speed, she has range with the whip, she has the armor, she can combo upwards, sidewards. She's not too big like Superman where she can get comboed forever. She's honestly a solid tank. I've always seen her as like the better version of Jason. You know, Jason gets the grey health or she gets the armor. Some people might be like, oh, Jason's grey health, he can't flinch, like that's so much better. But Jason also has to take away his own life. So let's say you get the full grey health, you get 20 grey health, but then you get hit by 1 armor attack. You've basically just taken 15 HP for no reason, getting that grey health. While Wonder Woman can do it even in the air, and it's instant. While Jason has to charge up as well. Not only that, she's faster than him. She has kill power, not as powerful as Jason, but she still has kill power to kill you early on. And she can survive a long time. Again, not as much as Jason, but enough to kill who she needs to kill. So I just see her as the better Jason. And lastly, Agent Smith. I've only faced him for a bit, maybe in total 40 matches now, or maybe less. And from my first day of facing him, I have decided to put him high tier. I think he's a solid character, good kill potential, good combos. Again, it was against Jason. I don't know if he can do it against these smaller characters, but still, I think the gun is amazing. Kills so early. From first day of fighting him, I'll put him as high tier. There you have it. This is my tier list for the mid-season 1 patch of MultiVersus. I'm pretty confident with this tier list. There may be some I could switch around, which I have mentioned, like Jason could be on the lower end, Tom and Jerry could be at the higher end, but roughly this is where I kind of see them. And I think this is a good thing. I think the more characters in the high and mid tier is perfect, because that just means they're balanced. This is the tier groups where you want to see more characters in mid and high tier, because of course there will be fighters where there are characters better than others, but you don't want them to be so much stronger to the point where it's unfair, where it's the top tier characters, but then you don't want them to be too bad that they feel like they're unplayable or not being played at all, like these guys. High tier, mid tier is the most healthiest spot for characters, so I'm glad there's a lot in, especially in the high tier. It just means that if you're picking one of these characters, you have a very good chance of winning with them, as long as you practice, play, learn matchups and so on. While if you pick someone in the lower end, it's like you're gonna have to train much harder and learn a lot more to win. And it can be overwhelming for some players, because they're like, oh, well, I'm always losing, I don't want to play anymore. While if you pick in the mid and high tiers, you have a decent chance, more obviously the high tiers. So yeah, hopefully the more the game grows and the more seasons we get, we'll get more characters into the high and mid tiers, and even less, even though there's only 4 right now in the low and bottom tier, could be 5 if you put Jason there, or Stripe. We want to have more characters in the high and mid tier rather than low, bottom and top tier, to balance the game out as much as possible. But yep, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the list. If you didn't, then let me know your salty thoughts in the comments below. But if you like the list or you have a different opinion but still enjoyed the video, again, let me know in the comments and leave a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's been a long video, longer than I wanted. It's time for me to go. Again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't before, and enjoy the rest of your day. Keep up the grind, and see you on the next stream or the next video. Slouser is out.